gentlemen, for hosting this event. First, I want to point out that there is no such thing as an offensive weapon, or a defensive weapon for that matter. A weapon can only do what the person holding it wants it to do. So why should law-abiding citizens have to ask for permission from the government to carry a firearm to defend themselves with? Criminals will carry their guns, not caring if they have permission to do so or not. Violent people do not ask for permission to carry their guns, nor do they ask permission before committing violent crimes. With that undeniable truth, it's absurd to think that any upstanding people of this state are required to secure permission to carry guns for their self-defense. Gun control laws do not work because of one simple fact. Criminals do not obey laws. In our wonderful nation, the cities and states with the strictest gun control laws often lead the nation in violent crime. This bill, if passed, will empower citizens and provide them with the means to defend their life, their property, and most importantly, their family. I fully support the Constitutional Carry Act because not having to ask for permission to carry a gun is exactly what our founding fathers had in mind when they wrote the Second Amendment. I also want to say, people are so quick to say, oh, the kids, the kids. What about less than a year and a half ago, there was a little girl in Texas, at home, scared, home alone because a man was breaking in. Frightened, she ran to the closet. She was on the phone with the 911 operator. She had disclosed to the 911 operator that there was a gun in the house. So, the 911 operator advised the child to grab the firearm. Now, just as that criminal, who I might add, was a previously convicted pedophile, right as that sick freak was turning the doorknob handle, that little girl defended her life, fired 5 shots through the door, and a mother was able to rush home from work to find that her daughter was still alive. Angry people with guns. Now, I'm sure all the officers here are fine officers. But I come from a town where just a couple of years ago, after chasing some teenagers on a four-wheeler, an officer lost his cool and beat a child with a flashlight. So what do? Do we ban the flashlight? Do we fire the officer? I mean, that's a good start. But you have to think. Anybody can get mad and use anything for violence. You can't regulate people's emotions in a governmental way. It's just not possible. You can't regulate thought. You can't regulate behavior. Me, I get mad, I go outside and smoke a cigarette. Maybe, you know, just sit back, watch a little TV, maybe even listen to some angry music. Violence is not a result of anger. Violence is a result of poor decision making. Now, everybody in here could have a gun, and nobody would have noticed. Say somebody comes in here trying to shoot. We'd be glad that that officer and the rest of the officers here have weapons. Now, what if we were in a place where there wasn't officers present? The average 911 response time is at least 15 minutes. The average response time for an armed citizen is a split second. They decide to defend their life, and they do it. That's right. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak here this evening. I want to say God bless the state of South Carolina and God bless the United States of America.